Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft Season 6. Now I just want to start off by saying that I have been very much under the weather for the past week, and as you can tell probably on my voice, it's still not 100%. I feel my voice is very much like that. I may have the occasional cough in this video. I've been coughing a lot and my voice pretty much dies after 2-3 hours of usage, and it really sucks. But I think it's all from the Minecon travels. When you travel with a lot of people and that sort of stuff, you usually get a little bit of an illness coming through. Anyway, I have been doing quite a bit of stuff in between episodes. I don't know if you can tell, but I have been cleaning up Sahara. Yep, you heard it. I've cleaned up most of the torch mess that was our conference room, most of the torch mess that was our hallways over here, and as you can see, I've planted down, for goodness sake, Iskall, I've placed down some carpets instead and sea lanterns underneath these, or sea lanterns there underneath these. I've also rebuilt this whole section because it was uncentered. I've also redone this wall. There's a lot of stuff that I've done. I've also added a little bit of an office supply room here, so now we can dump stuff in here instead of just plonking it down everywhere in the conference room. And I've replaced the table. And I gotta say, it's really cool to do these things with armor stands. So these are Sahara Now memberships that are laying on the table that we are working with, and I've introduced the average Sahara customer. Yeah, he does have a mustache. It was really tricky to get that to look like that, but I think it's terrible, isn't it? It doesn't really look. Hey, looks like you have some poop on your face, mister. All in all, this was a task that took me many hours because a lot of the things were uncentered, but I'm really happy with this. And the reason I decided to do this now is because today we are going to be summarizing and finalizing the Sahara Now membership competition. I'm not gonna open the chests. I want it to be a surprise for me. I have no idea how I stand, but I haven't sold one of these in a very long time, so I have a feeling that Mr. G has won it, but we will have to see. Since it's been quite a few days, I also thought that we'd take a look at the stock quantity in Sahara, and it does look like we've actually made some sales. We've sold some repeaters, we've sold some sand. I shouldn't do that with my current voice issues. I shouldn't do that. And we seem to have also sold some gravel. It's so cool to be able to see the status. I'm not stopped. I haven't stopped to be amazed by this. And I still see, or I see that Mumbo still hasn't stocked observers. Now, in addition to the cleanup, there are a few things that I want to get done in today's episode. One thing is that I want to add a few new Sahara Now deals, and as you can see, we've actually made more Sahara Now sales. Sahara Now is going great, and I mean, this deal is just not sand anymore. 6 diamonds for all the glass. That's a fantastic deal. How come no one has bought it? That's crazy. Anyway, I do want to do some more Sahara Now deals, and I also have an idea for a new Sahara branch. Yep, you heard it, new Sahara branch. But we'll get to that a little bit later, because now I am going to summon. I love saying that. I'm going to summon the other architects for there's a piston there. I did not place that as part of my renovations. There is a time for a meeting to conclude the Sahara Now membership competition.
Check it out, dudes. I have made this look a little bit neater.
It does look pretty cool, actually.
I thought for a second you were going to say, I made this. I was like, no, you haven't.
That's what I thought as well. I thought he was just going to come in.
Just own it.
You made this? I made this. And just to put a bow on it. This is mine now.
Camera speed.
Oh, for goodness sake. You do realize that no one's going to understand what you've just said apart from maybe 3 people in the comment section.
I gotta say though, this looks absolutely amazing on this. I love what you did with the yellow here. I love what you did with the yellow.
Big old box. I wanted to like keep it looking, because it looks a little bit like a brain, like a redstone brain. So I just sort of put a glass cabinet in it, and then that's it. And I've actually been using this machine, and I've got to say, Iskall, it don't work properly.
I completely forgot. I actually went here and upgraded it for you, didn't I? With the loading. Oh, the lag.
Beep, 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 beep. Look at this.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure it's meant to give you It's meant to give you 64, but it actually just gives you 60.
Oh, really?
Like there's one with 48 in it. So yeah.
Oh. Yeah, when you stock it, make sure you stock it properly. Like don't understock it. I'm sure you broke it somehow.
Yes, totally my fault.
Yeah, I was going to say, hang on. Yeah, before we say that Iskall's machine isn't working, we have to remember that the operator of the machine that is reporting the error is Grian. That's all we have to keep in mind.
I'm gonna say, it definitely doesn't work if you press all the buttons, like...
Oh, don't do that! Oh, no! Oh, okay. Here's an information for the... Oh, my God!
I feel bad for everyone involved. Should we... Maybe, how about this, guys? If we just turn our backs on this area for a little while and maybe move to the meeting room,
I just want to ask.
I'm gonna take care of this.
I just want to ask, what are you gonna do with all this stuff that you've just spat out? Have you actually made any? On the floor? Have you made any concrete? Or the concrete is bouncing in front of me. Oh no, Mambo! Don't add to. Oh.
3 layers of snow. 22 pressure plates.
I just took the glass. That's a useful one.
3 packed ice. I've got 52 golden apples for some reason. Green concrete. Oh no, this is. Well, no, that was my stuff. I needed that.
you needed 3 layers of snow.
Yeah, I really needed those 3 snow layers, dude.
I do apologize. There's 2 new ones.
But they're not the same, Iskall. They're not the same.
Check it out. I've actually made a bunch of concrete though.
Ooh.
Using the machine.
Nice.
Oh, wow, this is actually quite impressive.
So the machine is working then. The machine is working.
We can totally stock. We can stock what I've made here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We should, however, take a pretty big price because if you think about it, there's a lot of sand and gravel in these. Even though we have a fantastic machine.
This took so long. We cannot undercharge for this. Seriously.
No.
2 diamonds per stack.
2 diamonds per stack.
That's still a good price because that is 2 stacks of sand, 2 stacks of gravel, the work, and the dice. Well, I
think 3 diamonds per stack. I honestly do.
Yeah. Just before we start this meeting, I just want to take time to appreciate how beautiful it is in here all of a sudden. I wonder who did that.
Is this you, Iskall, the average Sahara customer?
Yes.
Someone with a mustache?
Oh, you see the mustache? Yes! Dude, I was sitting here for like an hour trying to position that black tie to look like a mustache.
Mumbo is the average Sahara customer.
That's amazing.
Absolutely.
Armless Mumbo, but that's
need to know our market, boys.
Yeah. No, very, very cool. Very, very cool. I like this place actually. It's looking nice.
Yeah.
And cool. Have you noticed I've got a nice new chair too?
I was gonna say, where's your button? Get back on your button. You're still relegated.
No, the buttons. Well, I don't know if you remember. I put it back on top of your chair, so it's up there.
Oh, that's your chair.
That's my chair.
You can sit there. I didn't like it when you were sitting up there.
Yeah.
Have you guys had a little look at the
I haven't actually.
Sahara Now membership?
Yeah. No, before we get onto this, actually, back onto my chair. Can you make sure that my chair is decommissioned? I can't remember if I decommissioned it. You just have to give it a press.
Decommissioned?
Yeah, what do you mean? Need to make sure that I deactivated my chair.
There's a...
Yeah.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa!
Oh, for goodness!
Oh, really?
I'll see you later, boys. I don't really fancy talking about the Sahara Now memberships. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. So I'll catch you. I'll catch you in the next meeting, boys. It's been nice.
For goodness!
I can't believe he did that. He's still going.
Yeah, he is. Never mind that I just cleaned up and fixed the conference room.
No wonder he literally just said, no more roofs. He was having us on. He's still going.
Yes.
I can't believe it's Sahara.
I mean, I've seen this before, Grian. I've seen this before. We do the build-off. He arrives with a giant surrender flag. This time, before we even get to it, he just takes off.
Let's be honest. We all know that he's lost. He only sold 2, and one of them was to himself.
Yeah, what is that all about? We should, what we should do? That was against the rules. We should just take those 100 diamonds and split it between us. Oh no, you did.
I did. I sold 1 more than you.
To be fair, with the last voice that I have with this cold illness, I will say, you deserve it with that blimp. That blimp is insane.
Yay. Over 1,000 diamonds. And
we spent this
didn't
whole season building a massive warehouse.
Yeah,
and then we spent a few days.
now made it.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to show these off. Like, our vault is too hidden over there. We should, like, put this out in the open, maybe outside the front of the shop, and just say, like, yo, we got so many diamonds.
Yeah.
Bragging rights.
I like that. I like that. We are definitely better than Concorp now.
Is there a way to make it just so that Scar can see it from Cherry? I don't know. We have to make it tall enough so that Scar can see it.
I love that. Yeah, I love that we've now made over 1,000 diamonds, and the immediate thing that goes into your head is, let's show it off. Because I'm the same.
What's the point? What's the point in having the diamonds? Unfortunately, this is Sahara land out here, and I'm thinking that this is actually the best place for it. So I think we're gonna have to take this down in the Sahara Gardens and make this our diamond vault. What do you think?
I like it. I mean, this was only here for opening of Sahara. I'm gonna start chopping it down.
Yeah.
This was here for opening Sahara, and Sahara is open. I feel bad. No. Sorry, Falls. Did you kill the cow?
Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now that looks extremely cool. That is... Yes, that is absolutely brilliant. It looks like we have so much diamonds. Now, to be fair, that is a lot of diamonds. I think that is like 2 stacks of diamond blocks. But there's a little bit of a secret to this, and it's called the secret diamond room. Yep, it's not filled in the middle, but regardless of that, I mean, Sahara has clearly, finally got a lot of diamonds. And I think, I'm not sure about this, but I would say that we have probably broken even at this point in time. That is probably, well, that is a bit of a stretch. We may very well, across the 3 of us, have spent more diamonds than this, but that really, that really looks good. Take that, Concorp. Take that, Cherry Computers. Now, this, of course, also makes me want to make sure that we completely fill up this aquarium or terrarium or diamondarium. Diamondarium? I don't know. It makes me want to completely fill this up with diamonds. So, as I was saying earlier, I have got an idea for a brand new Sahara branch. Now, one of the problems when you play on the Hermitcraft server is that you fly around a lot and then eventually you run out of rockets and your elytra breaks, etc, etc. I would like Sahara to take the business of petrol stations, gas stations, fuel stations. I want Sahara to be available in most places where people fly around for them to refuel on rockets and refuel their elytra, and maybe even also include ender pearls and food. But before I leave this place and start thinking about the fuel stations or petrol stations, I'm gonna do something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and that is to replace Okay, Omega Lull. The timing in that. That's what I'm saying. I've been wanting to replace these bars from the terracotta, which was only ever a placeholder, to the actual Sahara color, which is the yellow concrete. Right, let's see how that looks. That is so much better. So much better. Yep, 100%. Whew. I don't understand why I haven't got more comments about that being terracotta. But anyway, onwards to my new idea. So there are 2 parts of this. First of all, we have to find ideal locations for our fuel stations. And secondly, we have to construct them in a way where they are user-friendly and charges the hermits diamonds. And I was thinking, one of the locations is probably the shopping district, but the shopping district already offers rockets. It offers food. I should say it offers rockets. And look at Sahara. This place pretty much have all of the things that you usually need. I think the main interest point at this point in time is Hermit Lands over in the new area. So we should probably head over there. So over at Hermitville, we do have Sahara Express. And I gotta say, it's been a while since I built this building now. It still looks really, really good. I do really like this style with using the stone in the bottom. But anyway, Sahara Express sells rockets. but we are out of stock, and I never ever restock this, even though I have a little bit of a secret supply over here. We still have rockets there. The other thing is that it's very, very expensive. And the reason for the expensive prices here was because of the, well, development in this place. And as you can see, it has actually worked. We do make sales here ever so often. I think an ideal location for Sahara Fuel, for one of the petrol garages, would be right outside Hermitville and between Jingle Land. What? Has it changed? It's changed its name. It was Hermitlands, right? I'm not going crazy here. I wonder if the Jingler is added again, and that is what this is all about. Anyway, yeah, I think this may be a perfect location for the very first Sahara Fuels. And should that be the name? Sahara Fuel? I think that's a pretty good name. But let me know down below in the comments if you have a better name for it. So with the location picked out, I think what I want to do is head over to my creative test redstone world to see if I can come up with a concept that's not too large, easy to restock, and above all else, very, very cool. I always get very carried away on my creative redstone world, but a few hours in, I have a little bit of a concept utilizing the same sort of mechanics that I did for the concrete factory, and that is to pulse droppers several amount of times. So this here would be what the customer sees on the in the overworld. Now I have to design it to look a little bit more Sahara-esque, but the idea would be to have a button for per selection. So if you want to refuel on rockets, you would press this button and this light would stay on, or if you want to refuel on ender pearls, you would press this button, etc, etc, etc. And then you put a diamond in here, and I added a counter like I did in the BWO slime farm that should make it so that we get just under 2 stacks per diamond. Yeah, 64 and 58, which I think is a fair number out in the open, out in the wilderness when you're completely out of rockets to refuel your rockets. And this should work like so. If I put in 4 diamonds, it shouldn't give me, it should give me this times 4 basically. It shouldn't just eat all of the diamonds automatically. So that way you can very easily select how much you want. Yeah, as you can see, it keeps going once per each diamond. I mean, this is a pretty cool concept. The only problem is that the footprint of this thing ends up rather large at the end of the day, because we have a item filter and we have the pulse extender, we have the lock mechanic for the diamonds, and then we obviously have to have all the droppers with the inventory, and it's 8 droppers per thing that we can fuel. And in this case, the design would be that I continue to go downwards. So I just have the rocket module in now, but I would add the 2 other modules, which means that we need this piece times 2 or times 3. Yeah, the brain isn't really functioning at the moment. So back on the Hermitcraft server, I feel confident about this idea for a build. The only thing that's going to be a little bit scary is the footprint, like I said, and the fact that I want to have several of these fuel stations. I'm going to have to build this thing several times, but I was thinking for today that we at least try and get one of these fully functioning. So I'm building myself a beacon because the very first thing I have to do is dig a massive hole. I think it has to be something like 26 blocks deep by 5 at least, and probably a little bit bigger than that. But I think this location is genuinely a really, really clever location. It's in a junction, it's right outside Hermitville, it's right in front of Jingle Land. Yeah, I do think that this location is great. Now I decided to turn this segment into a third-person time-lapse, mostly so to save on my own voice, because yeah, as I said earlier, I've been ill for like 9 days now, and it is very frustrating when you're a YouTuber and you're ill and you have a constant cough going on, and your voice just feels completely dry after like a few hours. Yeah, it's very, very tough, because obviously as a YouTuber, apart from playing a lot of Minecraft, which I love, I also talk a lot, which I also really love. I do really love this thing, being able to be a YouTuber. So I mean, big thank you to you guys and stuff like that. But when being ill, it makes it really, really tough, because you can literally do nothing. do nothing. You can play some Minecraft, but you can't really plan any new projects because of course I would like you guys to be part of it. So with that being said, I do apologize for the lack of videos over the past 7 days, and hopefully this is cured within the next few days so that video schedule will be back to normal. Anyway, this thing is really cool. Let's get back on the server. I think this is the circuit I need. I actually completely reinvented the circuit when I got back here to the Hermitcraft server. This looks mega. This looks really, really cool. It looks like some weird TNT launching super machine of doom, but in fact it is Sahara FUEL, or at least the engine of Sahara FUEL. So right now I've got a button and 3 levers as my input. So if I just push the button, nothing should happen. Yep, that's good. And at the moment the signal is very, very small or short, so it's not gonna give us the amount we want. But I've configured it so the lowest one has stone bricks, then we have white concrete, and then rockets, just as an example. So if I pull this lever, that activates the first layer, which should then be rockets. So if I now press this, we should see rockets popping out. Oh yes! Oh, I love these dropper circuits so much! That is awesome. Right, let's try the second one, which is the one all the way down. So that should be stone brick. And yep, stone brick comes out. That is beautiful. And then the last one is white concrete, if everything is working. Hopefully. Yep. Oh, that is actually working really well. And I can, of course, bring this water stream all the way up to the surface, and that shouldn't be a problem. Now, I quite like the idea of being able to power all of these at once if you want, like, ender pearls, rockets, and XP, for example. So let's try if that works. All of the levers are on, and it shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't be a problem, and it looks like it isn't. Oh, that is just really, really good. So maybe instead of having the button panel, we'll just leave it levers, and then people can pay for what they want. That being said, though, the input should be from a diamond, so that may be... yeah, that may be a little bit tricky to do. Yeah, in fact, I think that's impossible to do. That's a shame, because every diamond that you put in would trigger this button here. Now I'm back in my redstone test world because I realized I need to test bottle O enchanting. This is how we would repair the elytra, or offer elytra repair, just like Cubfan does with XP Me. But I realized I don't really know if this works in a bubble elevator. And if it doesn't, we have a massive problem that I didn't think of. So let's launch this. And are the XP orbs going to float up is the question. If I press F3 and B, we can see the hitboxes. And it looks like they... I mean, looks like they slowly are. This is a little bit tricky to test, not gonna lie. But if I stand over here, yeah, that is traveling up. That is 100% traveling up. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so at the moment on the Hermitcraft server, all of my things in the fuel tower are droppers. But I can easily replace 8 of them for dispensers, and then we can stock it with XP. I'm just back on the server again, and I mean, this thing just looks really mega. I'm really proud of the circuitry used in this as well. It's very, very straightforward, but it looks really, really cool. I really like the symmetry of this build. In order to stock this, which is one big part of this, we can attach hoppers on this side here, and then combine them into one. Although I don't have enough hoppers, but combine them into one and have like a double chest of storage or several double chests of storage. And then we'll have a staff entrance of a ladder or something, or a bubble vader coming down in this corner. And then we should easily be able to restock it as well. This thing is really, really cool. I'm so proud of this concept. And if the other hermits are anything like me, we're actually gonna be earning more diamonds for Sahara with Sahara FUEL. However, that's all that I have time for today, so the user interface of Sahara FUEL will have to wait. And maybe also the name. Do let me know down below in the comments what name you think is best suited for this machine. And remember, I'm looking to build at least one more of these, probably 2 more of these, scattered around our world here on the Hermitcraft server. But if you have a better name than Sahara FUEL, then do put it down below in the comments. I will be browsing through the comments and looking for the best contender. Contender? I don't even know what that means. I am an idiot. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button down below. And if you're brand new, consider subscribing. And I will see you dudes in the next episode.